Hey, what's going on, family? This your boy Big Mike with the Make a Buck with a Truck podcast, and today we have five side hustles you can get into the trucking industry without having to drive a truck. This is a $1.6 trillion industry, and I'm gonna give you these 5 things that you can do. Okay, now they do range from the higher barrier entry down to the lowest barrier entry. Okay, matter of fact, I'll give you a bonus if you stay to the end. Okay, and it's a very good bonus. Okay, so the very first one is going to be to get into warehousing. So what you'll do is you'll find a commercial building that has docks, and there's a lot of them out there because a lot of places went out of business during COVID. So you'll find this warehouse and you'll position yourself to be able to cross dock product that goes from the manufacturer or shipper to the receiver. A lot of times you get to the receiver and they don't have room enough to receive it. So what you'll do is you'll hold it for them for a fee, a storage fee, and then you'll ship it for them for an additional fee. And that's a good hustle, okay? Now, the next one that you can get into is going to be service rentals, okay? Either you purchase the trucks and you rent them out to drivers, to owner-operators, business owners, entrepreneurs, and you rent it out to them, or trailer rentals. You get the trailer, you hold on to the trailer, and you're rented out. Now, to be able to separate yourself from the fleet prides and the trailer leasing places, the big places, they require 2 years of business experience. You can come out the gate with the business insurance. If they have business insurance, you can rent directly to brand new owner operators, brand new authorities. This will separate you from them. Get into the hustle. Get into the hustle. All right. So let's go. Number three is a very, very, very good one. Okay. You can get into supply chain. Okay, so nowadays it's taking at least 6 months to get some parts for trucks. But if you can get into it and you can order from the manufacturer and store that product, whether it be a starter, turbo, or lights, whatever it is the trucks need to be able to operate, you get into it and hold it, and then you sell it. Just like your TAG has supply parts. Rush Truck Centers have supply parts, so it's just like your dealerships, but you're holding these parts as well. Now that's getting into the supply chain, and that's a good industry to get into. Another high barrier entry, but still it's very feasible to get into. Okay, and I have a play on that, which I'm not going to talk about right now, but we'll talk about it later. All right, on another episode. Okay, so now the next thing you can do to get into the trucking industry is brokering. All right, brokers are just a glorified middleman. Sorry about that, my broker friends, but that's what you are. Okay, so what brokers do is receive the procure the freight, sign a contract with the shipper or manufacturer, and they do the logistics for the shippers or manufacturers to be able to send it out to their customers, which is called a receiver or the consignee. Okay, once the consignee gets the paperwork, or the receiver gets the paperwork, gets their product, they take the paperwork, sign it off, gives it to the carrier sends it out. Reason why the broker came in at number 4 is because of the barrier entry. You have to have a $75,000 surety bond, which means that you have to have $10,000 liquid asset in the bank in order to be able to get the surety bond. So this is for them to be able to get, in order for them to be able to get their authority, just like a trucker has to have the authority. All right, so broker has a broker's authority, truckers have truckers authority. All right, also the broker sometimes is required to have cargo insurance on that load as well, and maybe even liability insurance. Okay, because in case of an accident, you know, the BOC3 needs to be getting in contact with everybody. All right, and they may even need a BOC3 as well. Okay, so that's why the broker came in at number 4. My absolute favorite, dispatching. It has the lowest cost of entry, the lowest barrier of entry. All you have to do is have a cell phone, first of all. Okay, if you have a cell phone, then you can make your phone calls to your brokers, get the information faxed or emailed to you. You know what I'm saying? Once you have it emailed to you, you can be able to go through and use PDF filler, sign it, send it back to them. Okay, now you really would like to have a laptop to do this. It makes it easier when it comes to looking at load boards and stuff like that. But you can look at load boards off your cell phone as well. Okay, but if you have a laptop, you can see more of the information on the load board, like broker credit ratings and stuff like that. Okay, so after that, if you get a laptop, You don't have to have a printer, scanner, fax, but you want one, okay? If you got a printer, scanner, fax, then you're good, but if not, you can use eFax. Or if you have an iPhone, you can screenshot it, tap the button, tap the 3 buttons at the top, hit signature, sign it, shrink it down, put it on the document, screenshot it again, and send it right back to them. Real simple, you know what I'm saying? So you just signed a document for your carrier. Now, once you get that carrier, you put him on the contract. If you don't have the contract, you don't have them readily available to be able to get and to give it directly to him, you can go to FedEx Kinko's. You know what I'm saying? Pay 25 cents a copy, fill out the contract, send it off to him. Real simple. Or PDF filler again. Have a contract within your documents, send it to him, he signs it, send it back to you. You go back to FedEx Kinko's and print it out. So this is how you can enter into this $1.6 trillion industry. 5 plays. I told you, if you stay to the end, I had a special one for you. This one, you can be able to drive in the transportation industry without having a truck. You don't need a box truck. You don't need a cargo van. You can do this in your car. This is your bonus. It's called being a carrier. Okay? A carrier within the transportation industry is last mile. So they may have one single product that needs to go from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? My wife works at the hospital. They have to ship different things. So becoming TSA certified means that you can go to different airports. So just say if they have a heart to come in, you can go in, retrieve that heart, and transport it from the airport to the hospital. Or if they need to ship one, you can pick it up at the hospital and ship it take it to the airport and have it shipped to wherever it's going. Not only that, blood. They do blood. They do labs. You know what I'm saying? So whether it be a drug test or whatever, you can pick it up, take it to the lab. They'll process it and send them the results. All of this you can get within the transportation industry. It's $1.6 trillion industry without being able to drive a truck. Okay, this is a bonus for you. I have a couple of my students who are working on trying to get TSA certified, and when they get TSA certified, guess what happens? Now they can just start their carrier business until they can expand their business to a box truck, big truck, or whatever they want to do. The sky's the limit. Okay, but you still can make this money hustling. And think about it, most carriers don't work on the weekend. So if you work a 9 to 5, you could do carrier services on the weekend. The hospitals never close. Think about that as well, okay? Airplanes don't stop moving. Think about that as well, okay? So that was your bonus. Thank you so much for checking me out. You know what I'm saying? This your boy, Big Mike, and we out of here. So make a buck with a truck or a car.